At the moment, I'm living just down the road, so I go to this one because it's the closest. It's probably the best is probably Sainsbury's, probably the best. But then again, in today, you just go to whoever's the cheapest. But they're all okay, you know, but I don't have a favourite. Occasionally cakes, tinned meat, lamborghini. Yeah, you see, because I'm getting older now, there's a lot of things my doctors say I mustn't eat, you know, especially sweet things and things like that. But I like my cereal, things like cornflakes. But I have a very, another thing I do enjoy, I get them all the time, Chinese food and things like that. So, I like meat, beef, corned beef, ham, and sandwiches, you know, and things like that. But I don't eat many sweet things now. It's bad for me. Look, that's about it. I have a very, it's a simple diet, you know, because I have blood pressure as well, very high blood pressure, you know, and they say you mustn't eat this, you mustn't eat that, you know. I thought, well, might as well give me a lethal injection, because everything I like is bad for me. Eggs, bacon, something, Chinese chicken. But I still eat them. I just thought, well, if I go, I go. You know, I'm 70 now, so I can't last much longer. So you have to be philosophical. Why don't you stop smoking? I said, why don't you start? I've been smoking for 54 years. She says, well, I'll kill you. I said, good, world's gone mad now. Believe it or not, I learned so much from life from my little Chinese friend, Nini. She used to live in Winchester, but she now lives in Aylesbury, just up the road. And about twice or three times a year, I go and visit her and stay for a week or so. She's from Guangdong province. She lived most of her life in Hong Kong. And I get my philosophical stance from her. And she says, Mel, when you die, bye-bye. Yes, you know. But you just gotta, you know, I plod on, I eat what I like, I drink what I like, I smoke what I like, and there's nobody going to stop me. I probably will. There's a neighbour of mine, he used to live below me. He went to bed one night and didn't wake up. He just died in his sleep. He was 40 at the time, and I was 58. He didn't smoke, he didn't drink, he wasn't overweight, and I thought, well, you know, all that he gave up, and he died. But he had a good death. He just went to sleep, no more. I don't want a nasty illness like cancer, like my brother and my mother died of. I mean, my brother died, from the time he was taken ill till he died was only 3 months. And he died a month after his 49th birthday. Sorry. Again, he didn't smoke, he didn't drink. And my elder brother, Raymond, he's 77 now, we were at the funeral, and he said, why, old Bobby? He was the clean one. No tobacco, no alcohol, no this, no that, always healthy foods, and do what you like, enjoy yourself, and when it's time to go, say, yeah, okay. That's the way to stay happy. I mean, look at the state of the world. I mean, you're not women anymore, you know, you're not a man. You know, where they're supposed to be educated professors and that. There's no men, there's no women, there's just people. I thought he needs to get real. You know, I've met many Chinese in this country, and they always seem to be so happy. You know, they're always smiling, they're always good for a joke, they have a good sense of humour, and they just seem happy. Well, yeah, as Nini keeps saying to me, like, she was, I said, why did you change the name of Peking to Beijing? She said, well, it's, in China, it's always been Beijing. It's just you stupid Westerners call it Peking. Oh, yeah, fair one. Yeah, that's how we get on. We insult each other and laugh.
Yeah.
Well, I do have hearing aids, but nearly 3 years ago, thought my hearing aids are not working.
Mm.
So I took them up to the hospital and they checked them out and said, it's not your hearing aids, it's your ears. You need to see the ear specialist. And of course, I didn't bother making an appointment. And about 4 weeks later, I came down with COVID.
Yeah.
About 2.5 years, yeah, all appointments were cancelled. About 2 years later, when the list was up, and I said, how long will it take to get an appointment with the ear specialist? He said, what's wrong? So I explained it. So he said, well, it's not life-threatening. It's not going to do you any harm, blah, blah, blah. About 2 years. I thought, well, I don't expect to be about for the next 2 years, so I'll just carry on. But a few years ago, must be about 8 to 10 years ago, there was a delegation from Winchester University went to China to rub up support. And of course, students, male and female, came across to Winchester because they were guaranteed accommodation, in the Winchester area, so you could just walk up to the university or perhaps the South Bushland. And of course, there were so many came across. They were had to be in Basingstoke, Southampton, Eastleigh. There was just no room in Winchester. And of course, everybody was complaining, so look, these people have come across, you guaranteed them accommodation in Winchester. And when they turn up, said, there's too many, So there was a lot of flack flying about it. Well, normally I don't have a television. I've never had a television for about 8 years. And but where I'm staying now, there is a television, and there's so much rubbish on it that all I watch is the old films, and I don't watch a great deal of the advertisements or anything like that, because most of them are ambiguous. There's a double meaning, if you know what I mean. No. Ambiguous, you could say something, but it means two different things, or three things, so you can tell the truth, but at the same time, it's not the truth, I remember when I was in America, I used to be in the army, and there was an advert on that and said, we will not charge you for our free services. Well, that doesn't sound right. If the service is free, how do you charge for it? But then it was explained to us they have hidden charges, where they don't, you still end up paying for this, that and the other, but they're hidden, and they said we don't charge you for this, but they do. So that's all the same thing. But I mean, I've never been a great television watcher, but I do like me old films from the 40s, 50s, 30s, and that. And when they were on TV, I mean, there's so many channels now. I sit down and watch them, and programs that I used to watch when I was a boy: Maygrave, The Saint, Robin Hood. All of them, I was really tough. We used to watch them, William Tell, adventure things. What do you get now for children when I was that age? Not a lot, and it's all propaganda.